And I was pregnant with my son, and I was living in Manhattan. I was going through a lot. I had to leave my residence because of some things that went on, like our door got shot up, and so I actually went to the EAU shelter in the Bronx so I could try to get somewhere else to stay. And while I was going around, like to the doctor and to welfare and stuff, I would see girls reading books, and I would see them reading. At the time, it was The Coldest Winter Ever, and I think True to the Game were only 2 books out in this genre. I was just like, well, I got a story to tell, and I can write. I knew I was good at writing in high school, and for the 2 years I went to college. So just my situation at the time inspired me to start writing my story. Since my first book, Little Ghetto Girl, I think I've become a better author than I was in the beginning. I think I became a better storyteller. I'm my worst critic. It takes me longer to write now because instead of just writing, I'm always, stopping like that's wrong. But, I have to just pull everything back together and just flow. Like sometimes I may have to force it, but once I write, eventually everything falls into place and I can just, consistently work. Fast money is very alluring, and that's why I called it Allure of The Game, because, people always wonder why people may go to prison, people may die, but the people who are still living it in that particular, I guess, if you may want to call it the street life, they always gravitate back to it, but it's very dazzling, like the glitz, the glamour, but I want them to also see the bad part about it, as I do with, my other books. I want them to see, the death, just the loss of life in general, because you could lose your life to prison, you could lose your, people lose their mothers, their fathers, their children, and, and then death is just so permanent. So I want them to walk away with the message that it looks good from the outside, but it's really stressful. Like, you think working a 9 to 5 is stressful, and you think, that easy money is stress-free, but it's not, because you're constantly looking over your shoulder, worrying about going to jail. So I just really, really want them to take that message away from this book.